Alright, welcome back to another one of my videos on the enlisted campaign / battle suggestions for new maps. Now in this video, I will be going over a Burma expansion, specifically of the jungle side of Burma. Since I know that we have the village, which is one map, which kind of gets repetitive if you get it too much, so I want some proper jungle fighting map I think would be very cool to have in Burma. Now first, I'm going to go over who fought here, starting with the Allies. So, for the Allies, we have the British Empire, the British Raj, Canada, China, the United States, Nepal, the other Chinese factions, the Belgian Congo for medical support, New Zealand, and Australia. Now for the Axis, which consists of Japan, the state of Burma, Azad Hind, and Thailand. Now let's see where it was fought, in which I imagine most enlisted players are aware that it was obviously fought in Burma, but as well as that, Burma extended into, or the Burma campaign extended into parts of India, Thailand, and China. Now, why do I believe the Burma campaign should be expanded in enlisted? Let's go into that shortly. First off, the fact that we only have one Burma map is ridiculous because Burma was a large campaign for the Allies, at least to my knowledge it is, and I think that it's, pretty disappointing that we only have one map that does not focus on the jungle. I think we should get a map that is almost entirely jungle with maybe a few jungle villages or settlements. Honestly, to simplify this to the maximum possible, I would say jungles are cool. We don't have that many of them in enlisted. I think it would be very nice to get more jungles. Alright, my final point, which is very similar to my second point, is that East Asian maps should be shown off more. Because it is just such a nice looking and I believe interesting part of World War II that I think we're really missing out by not getting any content for it other than this one map. So I think having a bit more stuff would be great, like the, was it the Burma Road or the Burma Trail, where Marrow's Marauders fought, or the Bridge over Kwai and stuff like that, I think would be very interesting additions. Alright, now it's time to move on to squads. Let's start with the Allies again. Alright, and first up we have the 2nd Battalion, the Black Watch Royal Highlanders, which fought in Burma, and the unit was founded in 1739. Alright, next up we have the East Lancashire Regiment, which fought in Burma. The unit was founded in 1881. Now, I personally want this as a man with Lancashire ancestry, but, if you guys can come up with anything else, I'm down to hear it. But I think by far this would be one of the most interesting. Now we go on to the Axis' squads. Alright, let's start these Axis squads off with the 1st Infantry Division Bangkok, which fought in the Pacific and Southeast Asia. The unit was founded in 1905. Alright, next squad up is also Thai. And this is the 4th Infantry Division, which fought in Burma and the Pacific. The unit was formed in 1941. Alright, now time for equipment. Yet again, we're starting with the Allies. Alright, first up for the UK, we have the Centurion tank, which, shout out to Cuban Jamal, aka Just a Building, because he really wanted this in the game. It was a British late World War II tank, probably good for BR 4 to 5, I imagine. But if any of you guys have an idea for it, feel free. I believe it's in War Thunder, so it would probably be an easy port. Next up, that's right, another British weapon, the Darnley SMG. I think would make a good addition to a low to mid BR tech tree. Now we move on to something Australian. The Charlton variant that was built by the Washing Machine Company. This is an Australian variant of the Charlton automatic rifle that was semi-automatic, and from what I've read, can possibly be used for marksmanship or as a regular rifle. I think it would make a good addition for a BR3 or 4 semi-automatic rifle, depending on how much ammo they want to give it. Now we have one of our first planes of the series, the CAC Kangaroo, which was an Australian plane. I believe it would make a good fighter, much like the Boomerang or the Spitfire. Now, and I think to be honest everyone was expecting this, the American 30-06 Thompson machine gun, which I believe should be added because it is a unique piece of history, and while it may not have been able to fire in real life, I think it is still a very interesting idea and a show of a American's intuition to build whatever's cool, I guess. And now I hope you guys are excited for the last Allies weapon, the T-29 grease gun. That's right, a grease gun. However, it's also an assault rifle in 30 carbine. And I understand that this may sound dumb as shit, and I think it is, but I think it could also be a funny opportunity to add to the game, but let me know what you guys think. Now we move on to the Japanese Shisei Type 3 prototype LMG in 7.7 times 58 Arasaka. Yes, I just read that straight off, so I apologize for my mistake. But this large machine gun, I think, would make a great addition for BR5 Japan, and as well as that, fight some of the disgusting type Hino automatic rifle spam in BR5, which is just horrid. Now we go into the Model 3 prototype, which to me, I can't find much information on it, but to me it looks like a Type 100 SMG that is just slightly different. I think it could be an interesting thing to see, and more content is always welcome in my book. Now we have the Type 76 SPAAG, a Thai universal carrier. I think a Thai, what's it called, APC squad would be a good addition to the game. Now I've got for you guys the Type 46 Siamese Mauser. I think a Japanese Mauser might be an interesting addition to the tech tree, as well as the fact that it's Thai, so it's something new for the Japanese, that's not, part of the Japanese. It's more greater within the lesser Axis factions, which I think makes a good addition, much like the Thai APC that I just mentioned. Now we have the Tokyo Arsenal Stick Mag, which is just the Tokyo Arsenal, but with a stick mag that I think would make a good BR3 weapon. That's about it. I think it would be useful, at least, and plus it allows newer players to get used to a higher BR system or a platform. Now we have the Type 3 MG. I believe the photo that I have of it here is a lightened version of it. However, I'm not sure. I'm not that well versed on Japanese equipment. But yeah, that is it for the equipment side. Alright, now just final shout outs I'll give. Which, first of all, Slacker, Forgotten Weapons, Squirrel Z, Cuban Jamal, my friend. All of them did help with this. As well as, you the viewers. I love that you guys watch my content, and I'm thankful to anyone who's here for the end. Please like, subscribe, and comment, and whatever else YouTubers usually say at the end of videos, and have a great day.